Welcome back to the channel. Today, as promised, I'm going to talk to you guys about my top 5 favorite things that I love about my Tesla Model S. And yeah, I'm going to keep this a pretty short video because, well, I decided on these top 5. So I'm going to talk about these top 5 and that's about it. So let's start with the obvious one. Number 1 is styling. Now, once again, I am recording at a supercharger, which is, well, that seems to be my thing recently, so I'm sorry about that. Plus, my hat keeps causing a weird shadow over my face. So let's start with the obvious one, is styling. Styling is, goodness, when you look at a Model S, there's just a amazing style. There's an amazing character that the car gives, and you can tell that the designers took a lot away from other manufacturers and other very popular cars. So the Model S just has this stance, this character, this thing that demands attention, and it's a wonderful thing to have. In fact, this car, I rarely ever park it without having somebody come over to me and start talking about it. So yes, the Model S styling has got to be my number 1 favorite thing about it. So what's my number 2? It has to be the updates. This car only keeps on getting better. It always keeps on getting better. Ever since I bought it, it has done nothing but improve. And I cannot say that about any other vehicle I have ever owned. It's something different. It's something unique. With the updates, you always get these extra little features, extra little things. I didn't have Sentry mode. I didn't have Dog mode when I bought this car. I didn't even know it's going to exist. It's the little things that count. And the updates are... it's like having a new car every single time you get an update, and there's an excitement. It's like Christmas literally every time I see that there's an update available. You're probably wondering what my number 3 is. My number 3 is definitely autopilot. Now, autopilot is a finicky thing. If you learn how to use it properly, you are gonna love it. It's a wonderful thing because the car just comes to life on its own. Although you have to pay attention, it's a small price to pay because, frankly, it makes your drives so much easier. Never record with the sun at your back. It's one of the first things they teach you in film school. I do. Anyway, so yeah, autopilot is something that is very hard to explain to most people. They have to experience it, and ever since the first day, I've had a blast using autopilot. I still use it dramatically. In fact, I would say about 70% of my total mileage of my car is on autopilot. I love using it. It's a wonderful thing. And let me tell you guys, it's gotten better as well. Basically, everything always keeps getting better. The next thing on my list has to be the community. The Tesla community is such a wonderful community. There's so many wonderful people that you meet when it comes to Tesla, and there's such an interesting way of approaching the mentality behind Tesla and what people think about it and the questions that you get. But this is coming from both the owners and it's coming from people who have never been in a Tesla. The community is, simply put, unbelievable. To each and every one of you guys out there who I have met, who have subscribed to this channel, thank you so much for coming out. Thank you so much for being part of, the Tesla community and sitting at a supercharger and just chatting away. And that brings me to number 5, which is the superchargers. Tesla's supercharging network is great. Now, can it be improved? Absolutely. That's a different video, but it is an unbelievable thing to have. It is gorgeous. So let me sum this up. Basically, when you're getting into these cars, there's the styling of it and all the wonderful little features it has. It really brings your mood to life, and it gives you a sense of, there's a futuristic feel. Although after about 6 months that kind of goes away, but then an update shows up and it comes back. You see, that's one of the beautiful things about Tesla. In general, it's a wonderful thing to have. That when you have that interesting feeling you get where you're looking at your vehicle and you know full well that everyone else is looking at that car too. It's really strange. And that's a good thing and a bad thing. I get really scared when people start looking at the car. I get really scared when people are getting close to the car. But at the end of the day, when you look at the style, when you look at autopilot, when you look at the software upgrades, when you look at the community, you know, those are the kind of things that make this car what it is. The comfort, the road trips, the supercharging networks, all of these are wonderful, wonderful things to have. And Tesla has found a way to bring it all together. Is everything perfect? No. But it's very, very close to being perfect. I think ultimately one of the great things about my favorite things, and the 5 things I mentioned come down to just the 5 things that I really, really want to talk about, you know, in upcoming videos, but there are plenty of things, you know, and ultimately when somebody is deciding on these cars, the hardest part is to walk away from the car. I know plenty of people who will not sit in the car because just from the outside, they tell me, if I get into it, I don't want to get out of it. It's a wonderful thing to have. It's a great feeling to, you get an amazing feeling driving this car. Anyway, that's my top 5. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please let me know your top 5s. Let me know what is it that, well, what are your favorite things about the Tesla cars? And if you have a Model S, Model 3, Model X, definitely let me know. I am curious your top 5 things. With all that said, till next time, goodbye. See ya.